Hey you guys, I am Lisa from thepenningtonpoint.com and I wanted to talk to you about how to dilute your Thieves laundry soap and your Thieves dishwashing liquid. Okay, so I've been using both of these for a really long time and I really like them, but it was only about 9 months ago that I learned how to dilute them, and I'm so happy because I feel like I have a little more control over how much I use, and then I'm getting a better foam and I'm getting more for my money. So I wanted to share it with you guys, and I did not make this up. Really cute, blonde, darling girl made a video about it. I don't even remember her name. I just caught it somewhere, and so she thought of it. I got the idea from her. If I find it, her link, I will drop it in the comments, but I can't find it. But anyway, this is what I've been doing, and I also wanted to just kind of test it for a while and make sure it works for my family. I have a lot of teenage boys. We have a lot of laundry needs, and we live on a little farm. This is my kitchen. Out the window, you can see all of our fields, and we get pretty dirty out here. So, and we make a lot of dishes. We have a lot of kids. So this is what I'm doing. Let's start with the laundry detergent. Okay, this is, I don't remember the price, but it's kind of pricey. It might be like $25. Forgive me if I don't know the exact price. If you're a Young Living wholesale member, you're definitely getting a better price. So don't buy at retail. Become a wholesale member. You can just buy. You don't have to sell. So it's perfect. Okay, but it's super concentrated. So this is what I do. I have an empty bottle of it here. This bottle got empty this morning, which I was like, oh, before I refill it, I will show you guys what to do. So this is empty. So what I'm gonna do is pour half of this one into here. Super easy. So I can keep you on camera here. This is empty. Now, once it's really thick, this is your little tiny, like look at it in my hand, little bitty cup, which goes against what comes on your other things like these great big giant measuring cups. You just need a tiny bit. It's super concentrated. And I like it full strength, but I actually kind of think I liked it better after being diluted. So I love this tip. So you still don't use much. I do not. I probably fill it up to about here unless I have a huge load, which I'll fill it more. This is with the diluted, not the concentrate. So I'm going to pour about half. And honestly, I'm just going to use like, you know, the old guessing trick to see. I'm just going to pour it in super easy. I have not experimented with dividing this into thirds, although I think it would be something worth trying. Definitely need to pour more, but you can see it's a little on the thick side just from pouring. Okay, I can see I can feel they're starting to even out a little bit. Once you, I can look down in there, pop the little bubble. Once you, that's pretty close, y'all. Okay, we're gonna call that close. So now these both have, actually I think I put a little too much in. Once you get used to the more watered down one, I actually really like it better. And I use pretty much the same amount as it recommends in the concentrate. So it's taken me a long time to go through one of these. Okay, here's the next thing I'm gonna do. So now I'm gonna have 2 bottles of laundry detergent for the price of 1. The first time I did it, of course, I didn't have an empty bottle, so what I did was, and I put a little X on the bottles that are concentrate. Like this is a new bottle, so I have to go put an X on it so I'll know. But you can know just by looking inside. If you forget to put your X, you can tell by looking at it. So then what I do is I add in 2 caps full of the Thieves cleaner, just a cap of the Thieves cleaner. This is my measuring tool, so I'm gonna pour in 2 caps of this. Yikes. Sorry, I'm not super... Okay, 1, let's do the other. Oh, I'm gonna smell so good, seriously. So I just spilled some on my arm. Okay, so this stuff is super concentrated. You see how amber colored it is? When you make it in a bottle, I should show you one of my bottles. I just put 2 caps in that, and I will go back and put 2 caps in my other one. And then all I'm gonna do from there is I'm gonna fill it up to about here with water. I'm sitting right in front of my sink. Go a little slow because it foams up. So put your water in. And then you just shake it. And then every time you use it, you want to give it a little bit of a shake. But that's it. It smells so good. Your laundry gets so clean, and it costs you half of what, I wish you could see inside here. This is boring now. I don't know if you can see, it's bubbly in there. So I'm gonna put a little more in there. So now I have my diluted, marked Thieves Essential Oil Infused Laundry Soap. I'm gonna give the first time like a really good shake. After that, I just pick it up from the shelf and just go like that and pour it. Like I don't give it like a major shake. But the first time you want to really shake, you know, combine, you know, water and blend the water and the Thieves cleaner and the soap. So that is how, you can see it's all up in the lid now. So pretty. That is how I dilute my Thieves laundry soap. And I'm here to tell you, like, I actually like it better than the, washing my hands, than the full strength. And I would use, like I said, I would use still, unless it was a really big load, I would still just use this much. So that stuff is amazing. Okay, if you have questions about the Thieves laundry soap, let me know, but this is a way to cut your price in half. And I know this is a silly little thing, but I think the bottles are so pretty sitting on my sitting on my shelf. I have an open shelf in my laundry room. Okay, let's talk about the Thieves dishwashing liquid. Plant-based, totally plant-based. Totally good for you. It doesn't have any of the icky stuff with these like antibacterial. So you don't want that. You don't want that. You need the bacteria on your body. So this has no dyes, no formaldehyde, no phosphates, no perfumes, nothing synthetic. So what I did was I emptied out some of it. This is my one that I recently made. So it's full of the diluted soap. Okay. And you can see it's still really thick. This is the undiluted, little bit thicker. So what I've been doing is dividing this into thirds. So I'm going to pour out a little bit more. I have a jar. I filled up a jar like this, and I'm going to pour out just a little bit more. This one's a little easier, of course, because you can see in the bottle. I'm going to go a little bit more. And the one thing I like about this, so this cost, oh gosh, I'm going to say $14, which seems like a lot for a bottle of dishwashing liquid until you realize it's totally plant-based. I'm gonna go to about there, and you're really getting 3 for 1. So it's the same deal. I don't have any empty bottles because I gave them to a friend, but I would, if I had 2 empty bottles, I would just take my new bottle and I would make 3. And I would just stick it under the sink, and that would be like several months worth of dishwashing liquid. But as it is, I'm just gonna pour my extra into a jar. And then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add in, oh, wait, sorry, this is heavy. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Why do I have this giant bag of baking soda? Because that's how much we use baking soda. Our family uses a lot of baking soda. I love cleaning with it. I love scrubbing with it. So we use baking soda. Okay, so I'm getting, it's not a super exact, like whatever. And I'm just gonna use my hand as a little funnel, and I'm going to put the baking soda, 1, 2, into the bottle, okay? And then again, I'm going to fill it the rest of the way with just water from my sink. You don't have to use any kind of spring water or anything. So I'm just I'm putting water in here now. And I can see when it gets like to the top of the label, you need a little bit of shaking room, okay? So you can see the difference in the water and the soap, but as soon as I put the lid on and shake it around, I don't have that, it won't get, separate. I mean, this one's been sitting on my bathroom counter all morning, and you can see it doesn't separate once you shake it all together. So I'm gonna shake it up because I really want to incorporate the baking soda into the whole thing. The baking soda gives a little bit of a scrubbing texture to it, which is nice. And there you go. I have my super foamy, super deliciously useful and plant-based, affordable liquid laundry, dishwashing soap. So it's super citrusy. It's very Thieves smelling, but dividing it by 3 when you pay $14 wholesale means, I don't know, I can't do the math, but I'm gonna say, what is that, like $4.50, $5 for 1 bottle. And the other cool thing about it is, like when I used to buy this $14 bottle would sit on my counter, and I would tell my kids, like, be careful how much you use. You know, don't use too much of that. And now I'm just like, use it like normal dishwashing liquid. I don't have to worry about overusing because it's not this $14 bottle sitting there now. It's a $5 bottle sitting there. And that is more along the lines, it's cheaper than some of the dishwashing liquids you would get like at Whole Foods and stuff that don't have all the icky stuff in it. So that's what we do. And after having used them for 9 months, both of these diluting things, I can say I really love them. Our dishes are amazingly clean. Our laundry is amazingly clean. Our laundry smells so good. Like, it smells so good, y'all. So then throw in a dryer ball, which I can talk about another time, and you've got just amazing laundry with no chemicals. Like, how about that? Seriously good. See you later. Check out my website at thepenningtonpoint.com.